Hey, how's it going? So I did the weekly reading. I didn't post one last week just because life. But anyways, so from last week, the cards I drew, and I used Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey Demarco. But the two cards I drew last week were card number 1, the Void, and it says the Dark Moon, which is ironic, right? And then card number 2, Beginnings, which is the new moon. Ironic, right? Because that's just what we had yesterday. But what I wanted to talk about and what came up for this week. Now, remember, these cards are not predictions. These readings that I'm doing, these weekly readings, are based on soul work, what your soul wants you to work on for this week. So what I wrote for these cards, and I think it's so crazy because I drew card number 1 and then 2. I literally drew them like that. But what I wrote is being brave enough to step into the void, sitting calmly to create space and safety for shadows to show themselves. Facing those shadows with love, compassion, spiritual gentleness is what allows them to feel safe enough to embrace the light fully, to be integrated. This embrace creates new beginnings, stepping out of the cold and into the warm embrace of love and light. Whenever I originally wrote this, and I kind of feel it right now, it is like, I have a 3-year-old son, so I experience this a lot with him, where he just gets upset and I'm like, what do you need? And he doesn't know how to say that. So I'll just sit down and I just sit there and I'm like, I'm here when you need me. If you want to come give me a hug, I'll hug you. And I just sit there and give him a minute. And then he'll come over when he feels ready and he'll just give me a hug and he'll cry. And when he does that, I ask him, is there anything that you need? Do you need mommy to give you a kiss? Do you need me to get you something else to drink? Because a lot of times it has to do with his food, or you want some particular toy or something. Whatever the situation might be, I just give him a moment and I hug him and I let him cry. Or I'll even ask him, do you just need to cry right now? A lot of times he'll just be like, yes. And I'll say, okay. And I'll just hug him, hold him, and let him cry. And that's really what I felt like with this, is like sitting there calmly and whatever's coming up for you, to allow it, to just cry it out, let it, feel it, and just let it be there. And don't try to push it away. Don't try to judge it. Don't try to make it seem like you shouldn't feel this way for whatever reason, or you shouldn't be doing this right now. Just feel it and let yourself feel it. That's sitting calmly with it. Now again, I drew these cards last week on, I guess it was like Monday. And then today I just did the reflection. So what I originally wrote, I wrote that last week. And then so today, here's what I wrote. Okay, I have to give a little context, I feel like. So, dating, right? Basically, and this has to do with not just this one particular person, but everyone I've dated over the last year, things not working out. And like every time, right? And not every time. I don't cry every time. But there are certain ones that I have to let go, and I almost want to ask myself, like, what did I do wrong? But so here I wrote, I'm sitting with the cards, and I put, I was open, honest, transparent, and I did nothing wrong to make him not want to be with me. It's simply his choice, their choice. And some people, my friends whom I've talked to about each of these situations, will tell me like, oh, you did too much. You were too transparent, too honest. You were too available. Like, you shouldn't text back so quickly. But the truth is, and what I wrote, people say I did too much, but I only know how to be me, to speak my truth. And the right person for me will get it. You know, they're going to understand. And as far as anyone else, like, I don't care, because not being myself is unacceptable. And I understand, like, people, so let's use the example of responding back quickly, right? Most people are going to tell you, oh, wait to respond. I mean, you hear this all the time in the dating world, right? But the truth is, I'm like, if I have my phone in my hand, which I do most of the time, why wouldn't I respond? Like, that's just playing a game to me, and I'm not going to do that because I don't want someone playing games with me. And so I'm just not going to do that. That's the perfect example. And so people do that, though, because they don't want to look a certain way. But the truth is, I don't care if I look a certain way, because that means that person just doesn't get me. They just don't understand me and how just honest I am and how clear I am. Because the truth is, if someone texts me and I'm busy, I'm not going to respond right away. I am going to wait, because I'm going to wait till I'm not busy. Or if someone texts me and they say something that I don't know how to respond in that moment, I'm going to wait a little bit and really think out what I want to say, and then I'll respond. Like, I'm just like that. Like, I don't care how much time has passed. I'm not going to play those games. And so that's why I said I only know how to be me, to speak my truth and act from my truth the way that I am. And the right person for me will get it. And as far as anyone else, I don't care. Taking care. So this is where it comes to you. Think about, with all of this, it's sitting with your shadows, sitting with the things that you do not like, the things that you are upset about and that have hurt you, and that you've been ignoring and not wanting to face or admit that you're hurt or that you're scared. Sit with them. Act like a mother would or a father would to their small child, innocent child. Just sit there calmly and remind yourself that it's okay. And be okay with it. Don't judge. And anyone else who doesn't get it, that you feel your feelings, that's okay. Just let them think whatever they want to think. You know what is right for you. And you can only take yourself out of the dark, meaning thinking what you should do differently based on what everyone else's ideas are. That's keeping you in the dark. So stop that. Stop saying everyone says to do this. Everyone says I should be like this. Be yourself. Love on all parts of yourself. That will take you out of the darkness. And that will bring you out of the cold. And that will be your new beginning. Every time you do that. So this week, that is your work. Practice feeling your feelings, even when you're angry, even when you, like I said, you're hurt, you're scared, or You're procrastinating on something that you know that you need to do. Just allow yourself to sit with those feelings. I'm sorry, like so personal, right? And I know you can do it, and I know it's so scary to do it, and it's so hard. But the strength that you build from doing this work, it's unspeakable. Like, I can't even put it into words how strong I feel every time I go through something like this. I cannot put it into words. And not only that, but from doing this work, it opens my heart even more. And the truth is, I thought my heart was already so open. I felt like I'm so loving and I'm so kind and I'm so gentle. But doing this work expands that. I believe it expands my capacity to be able to do that. And it's going to do something for you too. I just don't know what it is. It's going to build your strength in whatever way you are meant to show up in this world. You've got this. I wish you so much peace, love, and light. And good luck this week, because it may be easy, but it may be really hard too. Just give yourself some grace and move through it.